just happened there?
Well, we ran out of gas. What you doing, bud? You getting fat, boy. These go. What is up, guys? Welcome on back to Orange Wire's Garage. In the last episode, you saw us work on the 69 Ford F100. We finally got the engine running, and the coolant is still in the radiator, and the oil is still in the oil pan. That was a huge win and a huge success. We are one step closer to taking this truck on its first test drive. We're not going to leave this garage here until we get those brakes sorted out. We got to get the brake lines hooked up. We got a new one. We got to get everything pumped up and bled out and see if we got any more leaks. We've also ordered a couple of new brake hoses. If those come in, we're going to go ahead and stick those suckers on. We want everything to be 100%. I'd like to swap these front brakes out for disc brakes. That is definitely not off the table. So we're going to get these brakes working. We're going to get this truck moving on its own. Hopefully, we can get it out of the shop. We can get the shop cleaned up. We can take the truck down the road and move on to the next phase of this journey. So that's enough talking. Let's get to work. change these studs.
I was sitting here thinking, why don't we just change them instead of doing it?
spent a good time today just preparing for this moment. I wanted to show y'all what it looked like, and I wanted to see for myself these American racing wheels. Leave us a comment, let us know. Should we polish them up, make them look like brand new, or should we just go ahead and trash them and buy some more? We really like the American muscle of the American racing wheel, but we got that wheel put back on. We'd like for y'all to just say a quick prayer for us, because we're going to jump in this truck. We're going to take it on its first test drive. We've got some brakes. I don't know how much brakes. Last time didn't work out so good, but today's going to be a lot better. So we're going to ease it down the road. We're going to see how the transmission shifts. So let's hop to it and let's go for a drive.
Happened there?
Well, we ran out of gas
on the side of the road.
Got to hook our fan back up. That's what I got to work on too. I got to get our automatic fan working. Yeah, we got to get the automatic fan working. Got to get the transmission. I don't know if it's shifting into third. See if we can get it up the hill. Hang on. Oh man, she feels good now. God, dude. Did that scare you? How do brakes feel to you?
They work. I mean, it ain't no disc brake. No.
I'm gonna check the transmission fluid. It needs a little bit. Maybe that's what's wrong. We might as well put the other cord in. As these go. I guess this is toward the motor.
Don't do that.
That's why you need something to just put a little bit of pressure in that tank. Well, we think that test drive went really, really well. I mean, considering, I thought I had a couple of gallons of gas in there. We actually run it out. We're trying to check the transmission out. I know first shifts to second. Don't really know about third yet. It seems like it may or may not be working just exactly right, but we don't have the modulator valve hooked up. We don't have a lot of things hooked up on it just yet. Initially though, the brakes all work. The engine runs like a bandit. On the passenger side, the exhaust has a short straight pipe about that long. Found this beautiful glass pack cherry bomb muffler. You know, one man's trash is another man's treasure. So we found this sucker And we went down to O'Reilly's and we bought us up just a few short pieces of pipe, a couple of clamps, because we want to temporary this exhaust up just to make it sound better for right now, because we are going to put the headers on. We are going to have a complete brand new exhaust system, but we want it to be kind of evenly matched right now because we do have the cherry bomb on the driver's side, so we won't put the cherry bomb on the passenger side. Just kind of mock it up right now to make it just a little bit better. So let's go ahead and get to work. I know y'all really like the throttle linkage a lot, and we might get rid of that Thomas & Betts throttle linkage today, because these Fords, these old Fords like this, they have this trapeze contraption that is for the throttle linkage. We don't have all that stuff, so this is what we're gonna do. We got all of this stuff to make a custom throttle linkage for this thing. So we bought these little ball joints down at O'Reilly's. This is a 115-009. This is a 115-007, and it comes together like this with this little ball in there. I took it off because I'm gonna stick that right on the ball on the carburetor. And these are 1/4 by 28 threads on these things. Can't buy like a threaded rod or anything. At least I couldn't find one. Everything was 1/4 by 20. I couldn't find any ball joints that was 1/4 by 20. They are all 1/4 by 28. We went ahead, we bought this little die. We're gonna thread this rod. We're gonna get us a measurement. We're gonna put these 2 ball joints on. And then I did buy these nuts also that are 1/4 by 28. Got these at Lowe's. Got this rod at Lowe's. It was like $6. These were 75 cents. This was $9.99. This was $13.99. And this was about $10. Probably gonna have $40 in this thing. It's gonna be well worth it. We'll go ahead, we'll get this one threaded. We'll see if we can't get rid of the Thomas & Betts cable tie throttle linkage that is patent pending, by the way. It is patent pending. That linkage is pretty nice, but this is gonna be better so we don't get out on the road and we don't break it down again. So let's go ahead and let's get this thing threaded. Let's see what it looks like. Let's get us a measurement on it. Let's cut it. We'll have 100% metal throttle linkage. So that was the vision that we had. The little throttle got adjusted a little bit, but everything is looking really good with that. Took a little bit of time, about $40, and we got us the throttle linkage that's gonna be there till the cows come home. I guess our truck got upset with us. Looks like we got a little bit of transmission fluid leak. Maybe that came from that extra cord I put in, and maybe it came from us dogging it really hard. We'll get under there and see what's going on. Well, I think where that's coming from is the top of that dipstick tube. It was up just a little bit. I talked it to going down with a hammer and a wooden block. I just whacked it a little bit. It looks like it's seated up now. Hopefully it'll stop leaking, but it's not real bad anyway. We'll give that a shot for a day or two. I think it's time to tackle this simple circuit and get our fan wired up Shouldn't be that bad, I wouldn't think. We've got all the parts laid out here. We've got the wiring diagram. Why don't we go ahead and run all those wires and get it all connected up, get everything mounted, and then we'll crank this truck up and see if we can get it warm and get the fans coming in on their own and cutting off on their own. That'd be a huge win. We could stop hooking this up every time that we want the fan to run. It does work. But when you forget, then the water will find its way out right there. So these instructions was assuming that they shipped a thermostat with this thing, which they did not. They only shipped a sending unit. I'm assuming that we got to wire the ground wire to the sending unit. When it gets hot enough, it gives our circuit a ground, kicks our relay in, and turns our fan on. So I've just kind of temporaried up the circuit breaker here, and then I temporaried up the relay here, and then just kind of temporarying things together to see how it does. And I guess there's no time like the present, so let's just open up the garage door and back her outside, fire it up, let it run, and see what we get. And just like that, we got those gauges all wired up. We got the fan all wired up. We got brakes on this truck. We've got an accelerator linkage on this truck. It's really coming together. It's come a long, long ways. The tires are absolutely garbage on it though. We're afraid to drive it too far. We're gonna try to get some new tires and get everything going so we can drive it a little bit. But what we've got to do now, we got to jump on this inside. We haven't really showed y'all that yet. You can imagine what it's like. It's like a whole bunch of nothing, literally. We've got some stuff ordered for that. We absolutely cannot wait to show it to you. We've got super exciting things planned for this channel. We do appreciate each and every one of you for stopping by and watching the videos. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Real Orange Wires. We always post there before YouTube. If you like old trucks like this and you like the content, drop us a like. It really helps us out. Leave us a comment down below. Let us know what you're thinking. We'll catch you next time in the 1969. We're out.